beautiful, iconic, righteousness, devoted, spiritual. Come on, you gotta rock some shit like that, baby. You got it navy blue and black. Link up with them, hats, fire, bird floating on top of your head. Let's get it. Also, he got the new ones. You know it's about to become winter time. Lincoln. Got you one. What's this? Teal. Like a cream right there. That's cream. We got navy blue. Hey, matter of fact, first person who leave a comment, birds of y'all made to this video, you get a free hat. You get a free hat from Facts and Stats.
Back in here to make it clear, it's your host Rob Lowe, bringing y'all another beautiful interview. Beautiful lady, we got Star G in the building. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm great. Feeling amazing.
All right, and we got to get into the reason why you here, right? Wig designer, maintenance expert, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know how you got into the business. Like, what was your start?
Okay, so we can start all the way to the beginning of where I really started, where I really got into the whole gist of everything. So was working at a hair company here in DC, and actually, let me just start over. Where I started this business was an experiment, actually.
Okay.
It's a complete experience. When I graduated from college, I got my degree in marketing, and I started off by like helping brands build from like logos, web design, flyers, things of that sort. But I also wanted to know, like, I had someone say, like, well, what makes you different from everybody else? Because anybody can make a logo, anybody can make a website, anybody can make flyers. So I was like, you know what? Instead of me getting mad at that question, I was like, what would set me aside from other designers? So I was like, I need to figure out the formula that can help a business not only look good but grow at the same time. So I was like, okay, I don't want to mess it up with somebody else. So let me figure out something I could do that, if it's my business, I can't let myself down. I can only make myself happy, right? If it's someone else, I'm making these big promises. I may not be able to deliver. So at the time, I was working at a hair company, and I would like hand make my wigs because I had a girl make me this wig, and it literally fell apart in 2 weeks. Like in 2 weeks, I knew nothing about wigs. I always was a hair girl, but wigs was brand new to me. I
Right.
had locks at the time, and because I love to be a product of the product. So I was like, I cannot be sitting in the store selling hair and I don't wear it at all, right? But I couldn't get like a sew in. I needed a wig to cover my locks.
Okay.
So I once the wig fell apart and like I was like, I know a little bit about hair. If you could just tell me what to do, I could fix whatever it is. She never got back to me. So I was like, you know what? That's the last wasted dollars that I will ever give to somebody else. So I got on YouTube University. I was like, I'm about to figure this out. So I just started
I done
making my
heard that
wigs.
so many times lately. YouTube University
Yes,
is a real
yes,
thing. It's a real thing.
yes. So my clients will come in and be like, "Star, oh my God, you every time we come in here, you're looking different. Who makes your wigs?" I would say me, and they're like, "Can you please make me a wig?" I'm like, "No," and they would say, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I know what's going on up under here." Like I said, I'd rather let myself down than somebody else paying me some money and I let them down, right?
Right.
So, also then they would also be coming in and complaining about like how the stylist did this and the stylist did that. And I'm like, dang, I had that same experience. And I know one key component of having a business is solving a problem, right?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, the clients that I kind of built a relationship with, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make you a wig now. But ain't no promises. Don't be going telling people that I made you a bad wig or try to get me fired or nothing like that, right? So um then I ended up getting pregnant. So I was like, okay, I cannot be sitting here making wigs by hand. It's taking me 3 or 4 or 5 hours to make a wig. What am
Right.
I going to do? So I saw a young lady having a class down in South Carolina. I'm originally from North Carolina, from Charlotte. So I
Okay.
saw
Shout
a
out
young
to
lady.
Charlotte.
Yes, QC, Queen City. I seen a young lady doing a class down in South Carolina. It was just learning how to do the wigs on sewing machine. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I'm be pregnant, I need to be getting it in and out.
Yeah.
And then it was a double class. It was like color and to construct. So I was like, if I don't learn anything else, at the very least, I'll learn some new coloring techniques, right, for my own wigs. So I packed me and my dog up. Like I was like 4 or 5 months pregnant. Drove down to North Carolina,
What
stayed
kind
the
of
night at
dog
my
you
mom's
got?
house. I have two dogs, a Jack Russell and a Jack and Yorkie, his daughter. So I got the daddy and the daughter.
Okay, all right. Got a
They
family in the building. I hear you. Go
they drive me nuts. Okay.
ahead. They be tag teaming you.
Yes, for sure, for certain. So I drove down to South Carolina, took that class, and really after that, the rest was history.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
Yeah,
this is a good history right here. So
yeah,
you
yeah.
said you came up from North Carolina up to DC. So how long you been in DC?
January 13th, which is my Founders Day.
Okay, okay,
Can't even
okay.
move. I'm not a voice, but I moved here in 2013, 6 months after I graduated from college.
Okay, that's what's up.
No
That's what's
plan.
up.
I just know I
So
needed to
we
get up out of North Carolina.
hey yeah, 10 years, 10 years. Yeah, we claim you. We claim you.
Yeah,
You on up. North
thank
Carolina
you.
gotta see us. All right, but but as far as the wigs, right? So I wanna know when people okay, so you do the design and do you also do the install?
Yes, I do design and install.
Okay.
Um, I started off just doing wig design, like just construction, like color and things like that. But then I would get clients that just really love me. They're like, I don't want to take this to nobody else. Like, you have great customer service. I've built a relationship with you. Like, just let's make it happen. So I did eventually take an install class with a really amazing stylist here in the district. And so after I took that class, I just got my god sister, who is one of my brand ambassadors, and I would just practice on her. Like, she's like my car, my life size Barbie, because
right,
I can just mess. Like I said, she don't pay me, so I can mess her hair up and be fine, you
right,
know.
right. It's no pressure. It's no pressure.
So that's
So I
how I
wanna
really
know
got
when
into the
people
install.
right. So when people come to you, right, what would you say in general like is the the amount of times they should be washing their hair on a regular basis, and then also how close to the install should they wash their hair?
Okay, so when it comes to the maintenance of your own hair, I always recommend, like, I know we always say, like, black people don't need to wash their hair. The way your hair grows is to keep it moisturized, right? And also keeping it clean. So I would say in between installs, like every 2 weeks. But people think that because you have on a wig, you don't have to maintain that as you would like your natural hair, but you
Mhm.
do. That's why sometimes the wigs be wigging, because we be thinking like this is like an instant hairstyle. No, you have to maintain the wig just as much as you would maintain your natural hair. This is not braids, okay? And a lot of times I've seen women ruin very good wigs just simply because they don't maintenance their wigs at home. Like, I mean, top quality hair, best lace, best install, but they just wake up and go and just shake and they be like, oh yeah, no, 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 no. Still have to
Talk to
maintain
them. You gotta let them
your
know.
wig. Yeah. You got to maintain the wig just like you would your natural hair. So it's equally important to understand the importance of your natural hair care, and as well as your wig maintenances. And that's why I created my ebooks. So I
Gotcha.
actually am about to do my third volume of my ebooks, which is
Okay.
my maintenance ebook, where I pretty much give you all the tools, all the tricks of what you need to maintain your wigs at home. Because, like I said, YouTube University is a thing, but sometimes we don't know if that's the right product for me, where to find those products. So it is an interactive ebook where you could click it and take you directly to where that
Mm,
product is found. And these are products that I 1000% stand behind. I eventually, want to have my own product line, but I wanted something that I could deliver to my clients. I have clients all the way as far as California. I have clients in Texas. I have clients in Mississippi. So they're not able to just drop their wig off to me and get it
right.
done.
Right.
So giving them the tools that's necessary to maintain their wigs was something that I absolutely wanted to make sure I could provide for my clients.
Nah, that makes a lot of sense right there. So as far as being natural, you good. Don't worry about that. As long as he's straight.
Yeah.
As far as being natural, right? I wanted to know another question. How do you make the wigs look natural as far as the way that they sit and is it like a glue type of thing
hmm
or is it glueless? How does that work?
But one thing that sets me aside is that all my wigs are custom made. But one thing I do require for them to do is to send me their measurements. If they're
Mhm.
not familiar on how to do their measurements, then we do a virtual consultation where I literally walk them through. So your wig is made specifically to your head. One thing that I found in this business, I've got a lot of clients that can't do the glue. They can't do any type of adhesive due to like medically induced uh, reasons, whether it's lupus or cancer or anything like that. So like those adhesives are not good for them. So
Mhm.
having a wig that is custom made is always a plus. Plus, a lot of the factory wigs are one size, and one size doesn't fit all because nobody here the same
Uh,
size, right?
you were getting into a little bit how everything is customized for everybody, right? So I'm
Yeah,
assuming that's the same thing for like density and like 3A hair versus 4A hair and all that. Am I
yeah,
correct?
yeah. So I don't customize in regards to the quality. I'll always only provide one level of quality, the best quality that I can provide for my clients. So I don't have like, oh, this is for like, and I don't really trust companies that offer two types of hair because like it's like, how do I
Mm.
know which one you really sending me, right?
Okay,
I don't even
okay.
like to know that you got two different types of hair up in the building. And that was one thing that I used to always crack up when my clients were like, well, I got the high grade hair from this company. I'm like, well, what's the low grade? Like the fact that they're even marketing that, no. I feel like when you invest in something custom, like just we're gonna not even talk about hair. When you invest in a couture gown, right? The materials used is not a cheap material, right? So if I'm going to make something custom, I want to make sure that the quality is there as well. Because if you're going to invest for like people will try to bring me beauty supply here, like, can you make me a wig? Why would you waste your money taking low quality hair and make it into something that you can wear for years to come? It's not the hair not even going to last as long as the wig. The wig and the hair need to be on the same level, right? So that one in that essence, no, I don't offer and I don't teeter tot when it comes to the quality of the hair, but in regards to like density, the type of lace, the lace size, and things of that color, cut, those things are what it comes when it comes to being custom.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
what's the number one request that you get as far as color?
The girls love a jet black bust down, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, okay, okay. All right.
But I love to do blondes. I always tell people I was born a blonde. Mind your business. But I love to do blondes because as black women, sometimes we think that we cannot wear other colors other than black or brown, right? And I like my wigs to look very expensive. I tell my clients I like my if you was to walk down Rodeo Drive, you would be turning heads, right?
Yeah, people
So
taking
I do
pictures.
love yes, I love
Yeah.
to do good blondes because a good blonde on a black girl is nothing like it, right? So those are my preference, and a lot of my clients do come to me because of my blonde color, like my highlights, all my coloring techniques. I love the color. I think that's like I love doing makeup and I love coloring wigs. I really dislike doing the jet black bust down middle part even though that's the most popular. I found that I can express myself more creatively when I'm able to, do color and really explore different ways to make, our melanated skin really pop.
Okay, okay. So I got another question. How did you become like a wig technician in particular, like instead of being like a hairstylist?
Well, I love people. I do love people. However, wigs don't have a date to go on. They got kids to pick up. They don't got husband calling them asking them when they coming home. The wig just sits there. I can vibe. I can listen to different music. I can get to it when I want to, get what I don't want to. And so that's why I really went towards the wigs. However, because the girlies keep complaining about the stylist, I am planning on getting my cosmetology license. But you don't need a cosmetology license to be a wig designer.
Okay.
I already have the skill set. The only thing I don't have is the license, and I feel like because I have a degree in business, particularly in marketing, that's what sets me aside from a lot of wig stylists and hairstylists. So getting that certificate is just like that one thing that's just going to really like put the icing on the cake.
Right, right, right. And I feel like you're bleeding into my next question too, because I was gonna ask you what's your goals for 2024.
Okay, so of course, one of my goals is to enroll into cosmetology school. I actually found a program that is online, so I can still live my regular life, and I have to be in a classroom again because I did enough of that in college. Um, but also, I am certified to bill medically. So I in 2021 I purchased a bus because I want to be able to travel to my clients. Because the clientele that I want to have are women that can't leave the house, right? Mothers, lawyers, doctors, people who are always at work or always at home, don't have the flexibility to just get up and go when they want. So
Right.
when by me purchasing that bus, that was one thing that I was like, I really want to take my business to the next level. I mean, we got Uber, we got DoorDash. Why we can't have the wigs on wheels, right?
There you go. There you
So
go.
that is my goal this year to get my mobile studio up and going, enroll in cosmetology school, and really get my billing for medical wigs going. Because one thing about it, I found that a lot of my clients that, like I told you, they can't wear adhesive due to medically induced reasons. So they are eligible to have wigs provided to them by their insurance companies. However, the wigs that the wigs that they provide are not the wigs that the girls want to wear, right?
Of course. Of course.
They want to look like this still. But if their insurance can cover it, why not? And that's one thing that our community is not able to really take advantage of. So that is also my goal to really dive into, and I'm 1000% be able to provide my clients that do that are eligible to get, and the medical term is cranial prosthesis. So I'm a cranial prosthesis specialist.
Okay.
So those ladies that are able to have their insurances billed and getting those beautiful wigs free of charge billed to the insurance company, being able to offer that to them as well.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I ain't got no excuse not to rock with you for real, for real. Like,
Right.
you got the A1, you not tricking nobody, you pulling up on them, you got
Yeah.
the licenses on the way, and you already been getting the skills, you already got the customer service, the marketing, like you said. I mean, why wouldn't they rock with you?
Exactly. I think it's all about now just getting my name out there, really getting my face out there. Like people be like, "Well, how did you really get into it?" Like when the pandemic started, all those clients that would come to the hair store when they couldn't go to the salon, they knew one thing they knew was I could make a wig, I could maintenance a wig, right? So I would do a concierge service. They would leave their wigs in a bag on the front porch. You know, we thought everybody had COVID at that time, right? They would leave their wigs on the back on the porch. I would go pick it up, maintenance it, and drop it back off because they still had to show up for work. They still had to get on Zoom calls and things like that. They're like, girl, I'm not getting on there looking crazy. But I also don't know how to do it myself. So, just understanding the needs of what our community needs. I feel like every woman, every Black woman should have a taste of luxury before she leaves this earth, right? So if it comes through her hair and I'm the one who provided, then that's just the way it's going to be.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you also, what's your motivations as far as family, which we hear, you know what I'm saying? And as far as like other technicians that inspired you to do what you do?
Of course, my son, the little one you hear in the background, is a big. Like I told you, when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, how are we going to take this to the next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can we take it to the next level? But also being an inspiration to people that, like I heard this before, you got to start the business without a business plan sometimes, right? You just, if it's in you, do it. If you can think it, you can breathe it, it can happen, right?
Right.
It's always a lane for somebody. You just find out what sets you aside from the rest and take off. Like I don't look left, I don't look right. Like sometimes we have a lot of distractions from social media. We think like, oh, this stylist is taking trips and doing this and doing that and doing this. But she got the worst customer service in the world, right? You might not can't take 50 trips a year, but you got great service. People love you. People love your personality. They love everything that you bring to the table. So just focus on what your goals are. Keep your eyes on the prize and see it through.
Sound like a plan. And there's one last question I want to get to you, because the path that you on, eventually money not going to be an object, right?
Right.
So when it's not, what are your goals then? Like, what are your plans to lay out, without giving away too many secrets?
6 studios in a hood near you. Okay.
Hey, talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah.
For sure.
Take it over.
Like a lot of restaurants start off with their food truck before they become their restaurant. So that's what I looked at my bus as. This is my food truck. And wherever this food truck take me next, that's where we're gonna be at. We're gonna grow from there for sure.
All right. hey, wintertime, y'all ain't in the house all the time. You still got to look good. Hit up Star G. She here for y'all. Low. Peace.
Bye.